They may not be able to walk in their pair of shoes, but these middle school students are making big strides to help him home. Good Sunday afternoon, and thanks for tuning in. We'll have more on the Havre Middle School's fundraising efforts in a moment. First tonight at 5:30, President Obama has signed executive orders hoping to create stricter gun control laws in the U.S. We took the issue to local law enforcement to see what they had to say.
We also need to look at demographic. This is Montana.
Cascade County Sheriff Bob Edwards says our country is very different in each state, and laws that may work in one place may not have the same effect in Montana. He says there are already state and federal laws in place intended to curb gun violence, but believes more needs to be done with the state of mental health. Edwards noted that mental illness is not the root of all problems regarding gun violence, but the mind plays a factor. He says regardless of what's passed, he'll never enforce a law that he thinks infringes on residents' constitutional rights. He swore to protect the citizens and says that's exactly what he intends to do.
As the Sheriff of Cascade County, I've taken an oath to support and defend our United States Constitution and our Montana Constitution. I primarily follow, or my job is to enforce Montana state law.
Sheriff Edwards says he hopes legislators really delve into all aspects of gun control rather than making decisions based on the need to react. Sheriff Edwards also wrote a statement further detailing his thoughts on the matter. You can find that full statement on our website. Women in the military now have the green light to serve in units with direct combat. Earlier this week, Secretary of Defense Leon Panetta signed to remove the 1994 decision that excluded women from combat positions. Officials say this is the next logical step in the department's effort to eliminate gender-based restrictions, hoping to open more than 200,000 positions to women by 2016. Each service is required to submit a detailed plan for implementation to Panetta in the next 90 days. But the Montana Air National Guard says the Air Force has been ahead of the curve and don't expect to see many changes.
We went through our integration back in the early 90s when they allowed women back into to basically fly combat missions in tactical aircraft like the F-15s that we have.
Major Smith says the transition will still take a while after plans have been approved to make modifications to infrastructure that were once men only. The snow has missed our part of the state today, leaving us with a mix of sun and clouds. Claire joins us now with more on what we can expect for tonight. Claire, is this weather sticking around?
Well, Jen, I have to tell you that for tonight, we seem to be in the clear, but in the next few days, we're going to be seeing that snow. There's a look at our Doppler radar system. We're seeing that snow band move through Billings, Miles City, and Glendive. In our area right now, we're seeing those clouds continue to move through, and temperatures right now are still a bit chilly. They're cooling down as we head into the evening, but coming up, I'll have a complete look at your forecast of what we can expect for the week to come. Back to you, Jen.
Thanks, Claire. When Havre Middle School students heard the news that one of their peers was diagnosed with cancer, they decided to get the ball rolling with a fundraiser for one special soccer fan. Our own Beth Beachy has the story.
I played soccer with him. He's really good.
This fall, Dylan Hendrickson was playing soccer with his classmates. But just before Christmas, the Hendrickson family heard tragic news. Their son had cancer.
He was having some abdominal pain, and his parents kept taking him to the doctor, and one of our local doctors diagnosed him, and they took him right to Seattle.
It was Hodgkin's lymphoma, and for students at Havre Middle who know and don't know Dylan, it was tough news to hear.
It was sad to know that he got cancer, and we wanted to help.
At first, I didn't really know it was him, but then because we had a nickname for him.
His soccer team called him Specs, and with Specs in mind, the Junior Helpers, a student community service group, set up a soccer-themed fundraiser. Their goal? Raise $587.76, the exact walking distance from Havre to Seattle.
We raised that in about the first 3 days, and so we decided to double our goal.
And the overwhelming response from Havre Middle School faculty and students left the Junior Helpers feeling like they were doing the right thing.
It feels good because we're raising money for a tough situation.
And after the fundraiser ended on Friday, Havre Middle raised $2,000, enough money to make the walk to Seattle almost 3.5 times.
We didn't know what we would get for a goal, or what we would get for a final outcome. And so we're pretty excited that it's tripled what we've initially wanted to raise.
In Havre, Beth Beachy, MTN News.
Jean Murphy says each dollar donated meant students could hang up one shoe. By Friday, they had enough donations to line the entire middle school with soccer shoes. This weekend, Big Brothers Big Sisters of Helena hosted their biggest fundraiser of the year, Bold for Kids' Sake. MTN's Lindsay Gordon takes us there and introduces us to a unique Big and Little match.
Hi, I'm here at the Sleeping Giant Lanes. I'm here with Maureen and Lauren Oakers and their little JT. So, JT, tell me, what is it like having a big couple?
It's awesome.
Yeah, what kind of fun stuff do you guys do together?
Sometimes we go to the parks if it's not like that outside. And we go bowling sometimes. The first time they saw me, we went here and I got a lot of points.
What is it like being a couple, getting to do this together?
You know, it's been very rewarding for us. We've raised children, we have grandkids, but it's been really fun to be a part of something that you know makes a difference in a person's life, and especially a child's life.
And at least once a week with Jacob for a couple hours, and we do lots of fun things. We include him in a lot of our family events, and you know, the commitment is next to nothing, and we just enjoy spending time with him, and we've gotten to know his family well, and just a great, rewarding program.
Well, there you have it. This is JT and his big couple, Maureen and Lauren, and encouraging people to start something big in Helena. Back to you.
All right, thanks, Lindsay. Big Brothers Big Sisters is currently helping 272 Helena kids, and they say they're always looking for more people to get involved. Now, I'm sure most of the time they do this event, it's cold, it's not very nice outside actually, and they want to be inside bowling today. There's probably a lot of people wanting to be outside instead.
I know
around.
People have been really enjoying this weekend. I know they've been writing on our Facebook pages, telling us what they've been doing with this nice weather. But coming up, temperatures are going to get colder, and that four-letter word, snow, will be back in our forecast. But here's a look at our lows for tonight. Temperatures dropping down to the teens for most parts of the state. Great Falls, 20 degrees. Helena, 18. Coming up, I'll have a complete look at your forecast.